the home of Lloyd Flanders today. It was Lloyd Manufacturing then. And Marshall Lloyd and Company made Wicker baby buggies, Wicker lawn furniture. Actually, their furniture was real popular for lighter than aircraft, so dirigibles and stuff would use Wicker furniture. And when this car was done, this is the process they used for making Wicker. So they would take the Wicker individual pieces, like this, and dip them in hot water until they get flexible, and they would weave it in two parts. So the part that's sticking up would be called the warp, the part that goes through is called the weft, and they'd weave it while it was flexible, and then when it got stiff again, they would dip it back in hot water again, and when they got a big section done, they'd dip it in glue to hold it in place. So that's how this car was made. So underneath that paint are many, many pieces of this that have been handcrafted to fit onto the car. And like with the baby buggies, this braiding is what actually holds the sections of Wicker on. When you can get to both sides of the metal, like here, you'll see that there's a brass rivet that goes through there that holds the Wicker braiding in place, that holds the Wicker in place. On the body of the car, where you couldn't get to both sides, there's actually a wood frame underneath the metal on Model Ts. So if you look closely on some of these pieces, you can see where there's nails that go into there to hold the Wicker in place. So all of this was all done by hand, and we're pretty sure that it was done by factory workers, but we don't know who the original owner was. We just think that their initials were SCK because that's what's woven into that door. And when they did the car, I mean, you could tell by the product that if you look at that chair and look at this car, you can see it's definitely the same thing. But Marshall Lloyd was an inventor. He actually invented something that I think is probably on every car here except for mine, which is steel tubing for the brake lines. He invented the process for making steel tubing. So he was an entrepreneur, and he said, you know, making these by hand is really labor intensive. So he invented this machine, which is called the Lloyd loom. And the way that the Lloyd loom worked would be that they would take, let's see if I can find a picture, thin strips of paper like that, twisted around wire, and they could do all of that on a machine and make the woven furniture like that. So if you look closely, you can see the diamond pattern. It's called the jacquard pattern, and that's what you see in the car as well. So from that point on, they didn't make wicker furniture anymore. They made woven furniture because it didn't have this in it.
Wow.
And that essentially eliminated all natural wicker furniture from the United States and Great Britain, and everybody used Lloyd loom. And they still use this today. They still make Lloyd loom. They still make it using this process. They also make polypropylene furniture now. So that's how that happened. And we don't know who SCK is, so we don't know exactly why they did it. I lived up there. I went up to Menominee in 2016. Oops. So much for that drink. When I retired, and because Marshall Lloyd was really influential in the community, there's still a lot of history. And because the company's still in business, they have a lot of records. So I tried to find something about the car. I looked for SCK. I went through the board of directors, the foreman, even Marshall Lloyd's pallbearers looking for SCK, some combination, and found none. So the mystery of the basket case is still unsolved as to who the original owner was.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. It's really cool.
It's been in my family since 1934.
Yeah, how do you decide
Who gets it next?
Yeah.
You know, I only have one son. I have one granddaughter. She's driven it.
Oh, okay.
He is not. He's about 6'6" and has size 13 shoes. And people back then were small.
Yeah.
Like, you would be considered a fully grown adult. Because people were tiny then because nutrition was so bad, right? And the living conditions we had. So he can't drive it. She has. I'm kind of hoping she's waiting for me to come in a few days. I'm kind of hoping that she'll hook up with someone who wants it. But I also have a niece whose husband is real good. She's my goddaughter. It's my intention to keep it in the family.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Pictures? Someone like to get pictures inside? Oh yeah, come on, come on. I even have some nice ladies' hats for you. So what do we know about the doors? There's only one, and it's on that side, right? So we gotta go over here.